So we finally have our first look at the Caped Crusader, the spiritual sequel to Batman the Animated Series. Let's get into it.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Fear. I'm vengeance.
So, first of all, I'd like to apologize for this kind of makeshift setup. I have been away in France, and of course, that is when we get our first look at the Caped Crusader. Now, I've literally been waiting, I can check. 20th of January 2022 is when I last made a video talking about the Caped Crusader and how excited I was for it. Now, like I said, ironically, it comes when I'm away, so I've kind of had to rush back to the office, do a quick setup, and get straight to it. So hopefully you guys can forgive me for the plain black background. But you're not here for my face, you're here for the lovely news about the Caped Crusader. Obviously, every other YouTuber that talks about Batman and DC has already covered this topic, as has every other media outlet website, but I've got to have my say. It's Batman the Animated Series, sort of, after all, so I need to talk about it. Now, if you don't know what the Caped Crusader is, it's, like I said, a spiritual sequel to the animated series. It's not a sequel in terms of chronologically, it doesn't lead on from the story of the animated series, but it's made by the same creators, plus a few extras, minus a few people, and it's in a very similar style. Now, Bruce Timm is returning, Matt Reeves is on the producer board, I believe, and so is J.J. Abrams. At least he was. I haven't seen what's gone on with the latest version. It was actually cancelled when HBO decided not to pick it up. That was devastating news. But Prime decided to take it on. So they kind of saved this show. So hopefully, if it's good, we have them to thank for us actually getting to see it. We also have a release date, and that's the 1st of August, 2024. So we don't actually have that long left to wait. We're in May, June, July. We've got 3 months, 2.5 months, and we finally get to see the Caped Crusader. So we actually have a few images to look at. Bear with me. Here we go. Now this first shot, which I'm assuming is not just like a design shot for a poster or anything. This is an actual screen grab or whatever from the show itself. This, straight away, you can see why they're calling it a spiritual sequel to the animated series. It looks just like the animated series. It has that grainy texture. I'm assuming the process of making animation is different these days. I have no clue. But back in the 90s, when the animated series was first made, they actually drew all the images on black paper rather than white to give it that dark deco, as they called it, vibe. And it's a style that I absolutely love, and there's never been a show since the animated series that's really been able to capture that vibe, that essence of dark deco. So it's nice to see that they're going for that again, and this just looks fantastic. Now, before we look at the rest of the pictures, it's important to note that the other thing that was announced is the time that this show is set in. I'm sure if you're familiar with the animated series, you'll know that it doesn't really have a confirmed setting in terms of time. It's not like set in the 60s or modern day. We're kind of just left to guess. There's no modern technology as such, but the cars look really old, yet sometimes they'll use mobile phones and computers. So it's kind of its own universe, whereas this time they've actually set in stone that this show is taking place in the 1940s. We knew going in that this was going to be a film noir type vibe, which I'm all for, but they've actually confirmed that it's being set in the 40s. And that means there's going to be no technology, no computers, no phones, none of that. So that means we're getting a Batman without a Bat computer, without any high-tech gadgets. I assume a very, very basic Batmobile. So this is interesting. It's a very, very stripped-down version of The Dark Knight. If I was creating this show, I don't think I would choose to do this. I think the film noir thing is cool, but to me, it's kind of a gimmick in a way, and I don't think it has a lot of legs. If we wanted 8 seasons of this show, I feel like they're almost putting a big barricade in front of where they can go with it. But look, hopefully I eat my words and it's going to be fantastic. And I'm sure it will be. Anyway, that's image number 1. Let's take a look at image number 2. So we have a very, very classic Bruce Wayne type look here. Loving the suit, although I would prefer to see the yellow shirt and brown blazer. Far more classic Bruce Wayne. I'm assuming this here is Selina Kyle. She stood in front of a pearl necklace, so the jewelry thief, Selina Kyle. We have a therapist. Not 100% sure on the character. Okay, so this is interesting. This is Selina in her actual Catwoman outfit. And I have to be honest, I absolutely love this. They've taken the character and gone back to the 40s, literally. So the original, was it the original? Might have been the second design for Catwoman, was a purple outfit with a green cape. I absolutely love it. I don't really see any reason for them to have taken the character and made her like a ninja and gone all black or grey at all times. I've talked about this in previous videos, and yes, wearing all black when you're like a criminal, like Catwoman, makes a lot of sense, but it makes a lot of sense for Batman to wear all black, and sometimes he wears a blue cape with a bright yellow symbol on his chest. So we don't have to follow those real life rules. If she wants to wear purple with a green cape, she can wear purple with a green cape, and I'm absolutely all for it. Very cool design choice. Now this is Commissioner James Gordon. I absolutely love this vibe. Obviously he is African American in this version. I'm sure there's going to be people out there that complain and moan about this, but no, I'm fine with it. He was oh no, I've forgotten the actor's name. In the new Batman movie, The Batman with Robert Pattinson. Oh my god, Felix Leiter from the Bond films. I've forgotten the actor's name, but I love him. I loved him in The Batman, so I'm all for it. He keeps the classic look, the glasses, the mustache, the grey hair. I think it looks great. Now this, I don't know why it's small, I believe is Clayface. Clayface is a great villain. All of his story arcs within the animated series were handled brilliantly, and they're some of the best episodes in my opinion. So hopefully they continue in the same style in this show, doing the character justice. A character that we've not seen done justice in live action at all, or even not really in the comic books in recent years, I would say. So yeah, hopefully we get some limelight shone onto Clayface. Now this is creepy. I can't even say this is taking Harley back to her original design, because of course her original design was on the animated series created by Bruce Timm and Paul Dini. So yeah, it creeps me out. I'm not the kind of person that's scared of clowns. One of my favorite horror movies ever is Terrifier. If you haven't seen that, I would say check it out. If you're not into gore and scary clowns, do not watch it. But yeah, this is just creepy. I don't know if it's the eyes, if it's the frame, if it's the costume. Yeah, it's kind of scary. And I guess Harley Quinn was never really designed to be scary, but it does make more sense for her character to be. So yeah, I can't complain about this. I think it's a pretty cool look. I don't know about the yellow and green. Overall, it's a design choice that I'm pretty happy with. I don't have many complaints, if any. Clayface, James Gordon, love the Catwoman design, love the Bruce Wayne design, and Batman looks fantastic. They've obviously gone for the long, pointy ears, which we knew from the initial teaser images that when they announced the show 2 years ago. I'm not a long ear guy. I've had my say with this. I much prefer like the Ben Affleck cowl, which, if you can see, you probably can't actually. It's just over my shoulder, creeping in the shadows. That's quite scary. Anyway, I much prefer the shorter ears. I don't think the long ears make a lot of sense. So I don't know. That could just be me. Let me know what you think on the ears. That's all the images that they've released. Oh man, I could keep staring at this one. I love it. And that's pretty much all the information. So to summarize, we have images to look at. Very happy with the design choices. Very happy with the dark deco style that they've gone for, which we knew they were going to when they said it was film noir. I'm unsure about the 1940s thing. You guys have your say on that as well. Again, I think they're kind of limiting what they can do and where they can go with it. So we'll see. We also finally have that release date, which is the 1st of August this year. So only 2.5 months to go. I will be reviewing every episode when the show comes out. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts, then make sure you subscribe and come back to see me review the episodes. I literally cannot wait. It's been ages since we've had Batman the Animated Series style stuff. So hyped. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Again, sorry for this kind of shoddy, janky setup. Hopefully it worked. Hopefully you still enjoyed. Hope you're as excited as I am. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and return to the Batcave for more Bat content. See you guys.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Fear. I'm vengeance.